Hello, this is Gupta-Sunderji with a Merge Management Moment, once again highlighting specific actions you can take to better manage your organizational change initiative. Today's strategy, when it comes to communicating change, offer as much detail as you can about the whys and hows of the change. People want to know why, so take the time to explain it. Several years ago, I was on my way to work with a client in an isolated area of northern Quebec in Canada. In order to get to this community, I took a small commuter flight that made 3 stops at remote communities before finally arriving to my destination. And at each of these 3 stops, we disembarked from the plane for about 20 minutes while the plane was refueled. At one of these stops, however, the 20 minutes elapsed and stretched into 40, and everyone in the small airport waiting room began to get more and more restless. 40 minutes became 60. And the level of frustration in the room audibly increased. By this point in time, even I wanted to know the reason for the delay. So I walked up to the young man at the airline desk and asked, but he wouldn't give me a straight answer, which caused me to get even more persistent as he gave me several evasive answers. But eventually, he told me the truth. In fact, it turned out to be a perfectly legitimate reason. You see, a connecting flight from another community was late, and it contained several passengers that needed to connect to our flight. Now, I immediately understood the implications. Because air service in these remote regions is only once daily, and there are no hotel amenities in these communities, it is critical not to miss a connecting flight when traveling in the area. So the fact that they were waiting for this connecting flight was a legitimate reason to delay our flight. Now, here's the crux of this situation. If the young man had simply made an announcement, explaining to passengers the reason for the delay, chances are that most people in the room would have immediately understood, just like I had, and accepted the situation. But instead, by the time we finally boarded the flight an hour and 15 minutes later, passengers were angry and irritated and still completely in the dark about the real reason for the delay. Nobody told them why. If your employees don't see the point of the change, if they don't see how the intended state is better than where they are right now, then they simply won't buy in. And attitudes and behaviors simply won't change. In a benchmarking study done a few years ago, the number one reason employees resisted change was lack of awareness for why the change was being made. No one bothered to spend some time telling them why. So don't be that person. Make sure you're communicating the whys around change. Schedule information sessions. Make time for one-on-one conversations. Give people a chance to ask questions and allow them time to grasp your answer. As a leader, communicating change is critical to your success as an agent of change. This is Gupta-Sunderji with a Merge Management Moment.